Okay, third video for the SRT standard for the reviewing for the second semester final, spring 2019 for Math 2. Remember, this video series and the review document that came on OneNote is not all inclusive of all the concepts you should study to be prepared. Now, you're supposed to solve a right triangle. Okay, you're going to get one of two varieties to solve a right triangle in the examples are here. One of them is where you know one angle. One of them is where you do not know one angle. Okay, we'll figure out really quick how to solve for the other pieces of information. I think I labeled them on the final, like figure out what the measure of side X, side Y, and angle Z, something like that. It would be side X, angle Y, and angle Z. So we'll do both of these right now. You have to remember your friend to help you out with all this, SOHCAHTOA, because this is going to take you home and teach you how to set up all the proportions. So to start off with, why don't we solve for side X? I know the angle 40. What is the relationship that gives me the adjacent and the hypotenuse? It's cosine. So I can say the cos of 40 equals x over 12. In this case, to solve for x, we just multiply by 12. Okay? Let's do that real quick so you can see the calculator buttons. You could actually do it like this in the calculator. 12 times cos 40 equals, why don't we just say 9.2? Is that good enough for everybody? So this side right here is 9.2. Now, we can use Pythagorean theorem with 12, 9.2 to find y. And remember, you're finding one of the legs, so you're going to subtract. So we're going to do it in the calculator. 12 squared minus 9.2 squared equals y squared. So let's do that. 12 squared minus 9.2 squared equals, and then take the square root of that number. So about 7.7. Okay? Y is about 7.7. How do we find angle Z really quickly? Anybody? Nobody knows how to find Z? Angle sum theorem, that's right. 90 plus 40 is 130. Subtract that from 180. Z must be 50 degrees. Okay? That's the easy version. The harder version is when you have to find the angle, because then you need to use an inverse trig ratio using the old shift button on your calculator. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's talk about angle A. Let's figure out angle A. What is the trig function that relates angle A or y degrees with 9 and 18? What is it? Somebody say cosine. It's cosine. So I know the cosine of A equals 9 over 18. Right? So then I'm going to take the inverse cosine of both sides. Inverse cosine of cosine cancels it out, and you're just left with angle A on the left side. Over here, you're going to put 9 over 18 in the calculator. So first hit the shift, and then put the cosine inverse up there, and then whatever fraction you have, just put it in parentheses. Boom. It's exactly equal to 60 degrees. Okay? So if I know angle Y is 60, what's angle Z? Yep, angle Z is equal to 30 degrees. And then you can use whichever trig ratio you want to find the measure of side X, or we could even do Pythagorean theorem. How about we do 18 squared minus 9 squared equals x squared? Let's see. I happen to know the answer is 9 rad 3 from, because it's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. But let's do this. 18 squared minus 9 squared equals, take the square root of that, 15.58. I wonder what 9 times rad 3 is. Watch this. Okay, cool.